City of Lawrence Common Council. Today is Monday, October 4th, 2021, and the meeting is now called to order. Can everyone please stand for Pledge of Allegiance and prayer? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Precious Lord, we thank you for today, and we thank you for gathering us here this evening. Lord, I just pray for wisdom, and I pray for your strength, and I pray for your hand upon this meeting. I pray that you touch our public safety workers as they are out in the streets tonight, and just keep everybody safe, and to all things be your glory. In your precious name, amen.
Amen. So we have a quorum. All counselors are present. Counselor Chevlot is joining us via Zoom. Comments of council members and special recognitions or resolutions. Do we have any?
Madam President, I have a list. If the Fort Harrison Reuse Authority or the administration could respond to the email that was sent out on September the 24th, 2021, by the residents of the Lawrence Village at the fort. They wanted to request to replace dead trees along Blitz and plant more sycamore trees in the new open space at the corner of Ritz and Rising. It would be greatly appreciated. And the other one of my constituents wanted to know, Shadeland Way around the bend by the former apartments, the Orchards, potholes in the street, and do we have any paving projects coming to this area soon? And who is responsible for that stretch of road? And the other one I have, it's been an ongoing process, the Spring Valley Cemetery at 5730 North Post Road. The fort is really sprucing itself up and looking well, but this cemetery is not in compliance with the rest of the area with trees growing in the fence, and it's not looking nice beside the culture center that we have all of our events at. And the resident from Boston Commons wants to know if anything can be done. And I told her that this cemetery is active and it's managed by a lady by the name of Laura Johnson out of Sheridan. So I believe that is all.
Thank you. Any other counselors?
Madam President, I have two comments. The first is just wanted to let everyone know, if you've not noticed already, but IDEM has started holding public meetings on the Pendleton Pike project and the rebuild on Pendleton Pike. Chief Hoffman represented the city at the last one, talking about the public safety and the issues that are on Pendleton Pike without the raised median. So appreciate your comments there. And I would think the website directs you to where the public meetings are and what the discussion actually is. It looks like a great project, so I'm excited for the outcome of that. The other one is over the weekend, just yesterday, the Parks Foundation had its inaugural Fall Festival. It was rainy a little bit, so I think that kind of made it end a little bit early, but it turned out to be a wonderful event. A lot of families came out, a lot of kids, children were out playing. They had a lot of games, so I wanted to shout out to Amber Denny and Trace and the entire board there for their hard work putting that together, and look forward to their future events. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we're going to go
Madam
ahead.
President?
Yes, Councilor Chevlot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling up to being in there tonight, so I thought it'd be better I just zoom in. I just have a brief comment. Last Friday, I was able to attend the unveiling of a monument in honor of General Ronald Brooks. That was in front of the commissary, and there was probably over 150 people there. and it was very tastefully done. Was able to listen to his widow speak, and a lot of memories and stories about General Brooks and the contribution that he has made to this city, not only for the fort, but the city of Holt. So it was a very well attended event. It was very nicely done by the mayor and the administration. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to move a couple of things up in the agenda. I want to be respectful of the families who have come here this evening. So we're going to start with resolution number 6, 2021.
Resolution number 6, 2021, introduced by Councilor Denny, a resolution honoring Neil Gore's service to Lawrence Township Schools.
Thank you. Councilor Denny,
I could
I'm
add,
going to go ahead and have you just read the resolution.
absolutely. Reading the resolution, it starts out, a resolution honoring Neil Gore's service to Lawrence Township Schools. Whereas in 2014, the Harrison Hill School for Inquiry of the Metropolitan School District of Lawrence Township received a sizable 3-year student success grant, United Way of Central Indiana, to model the school as a community school designed to be a hub of services and resources for families. Whereas after volunteering on the grant application committee, Neil Gore joined Harrison Hill staff as the community liaison to implement the grant via unique community and school collaborations. And whereas Mr. Gore's role as a school community liaison is to meet students and families' non-academic needs and support their academic needs, which allows teachers and school staff to focus on the academic needs of our students. And whereas Mr. Gore works with many partners in the city of Lawrence and greater Indianapolis to bring critical food assistance, health care, summer and after-school programs, free back-to-school backpack and school supplies, and nutrition, wellness, education to Harrison Hill families and the broader community. And whereas after the end of the grant term, Mr. Gore worked hard to make the community school concept of self-sustaining, and it now serves as a model for adopted by other schools and neighborhoods.
Thank you, Councilor Denny. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Councilor Denny.
I'll second.
Second, Councilor Rusamora. We'll need to do a roll call vote. Councilor Russell.
Yes.
Councilor Giles.
Yes.
Councilor Denny.
Yes.
Councilor Chevlot.
Yes.
And Councilor Chevlot, are you able to?
Yes.
Councilor Chevlot, are you able to turn on your video so that your vote can be counted?
I'm sorry. Yes. Is it not working?
You might have it covered.
It's on the screen.
Behind you, it's on the screen.
There he is.
Whoa, okay, thank you. Councilor Wells.
Yes.
Councilor Rusamoroff.
Yes.
Councilor Whitfield.
Yes.
Councilor Freeman.
Yes.
Councilor Chavis. Yes. Motion carries unanimous. Congratulations, Mr. Gore, and thank you for your service to our community.
Absolutely. No, he's not here.
Okay. Next on the agenda, we're going to move to resolution number 16, 2021.
Resolution number 16, 2021, introduced by Councilor Whitfield, a resolution honoring Jerry Harkness for his service to the city of Lawrence and the state of Indiana upon his passing.
Can I ask the Harkness family to please come forward? Just stand right behind the podium.
Maybe family.
Thank you for coming out this evening. I just want to make sure that the great showing and support of the family that's come here tonight to honor Mr. Harkness. I'm going to ask Councilor Whitfield to read the resolution.
A resolution honoring Jerry Harkness for his service to the city of Lawrence and the state of Indiana upon his passing. Whereas the city of Lawrence lost a valued citizen when Mr. Gerald Jerry Harkness, former Indiana Pacer and civil rights pioneer, passed away at the age of 81 on August 24th, 2021. And whereas Mr. Harkness made history as a civil rights pioneer who played in college basketball Game of Change, where he broke racial barriers playing with 3 black teammates from Loyola University of Chicago against an all-white team, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, in the Division I National Collegiate Athletic Association tournament. And whereas at the time, there was an unwritten rule of having no more than 3 black players on the floor doing basketball games, and Mr. Harkness and his teammates received threats ahead of the 1963 NCAA tournament, which Loyola won 61-51. And whereas Mr. Harkness graduated with a BS degree in sociology and became the first African-American store merchandiser for the Quaker Oats Company, and whereas Mr. Harkness was named Consensus All-American and Most Valuable Player in an East-West All-State game, inducted into Loyola University Athletic Hall of Fame, and played for the New York Knickerbockers and the Indiana Pacers. And whereas following Jerry's retirement from the Pacers, he became the first African-American sportscaster for WTHR Channel 13 and was sports analyst for WTLC Radio and the Indiana Pacers. Whereas Mr. Harkness was the first African-American fundraiser at United Way of Central Indiana, and after retiring from United Way, he opened an athletic footwear store called the Athlete's Foot. And whereas Mr. Harkness devoted much of his time to civil rights issues, volunteering as a human rights commissioner, was active in Police Athletic League, PAL, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and was a member of and executive director of the Indianapolis 100 Black Men Chapter, plus many other organizations. Whereas Mr. Harkness' love for his community had him volunteering many hours, giving back and encouraging many young individuals inside and outside of the city of Lawrence. And whereas Mr. Harkness received numerous awards, the NCAA Silver Anniversary Award, Boy Scout This Is Your Life Award, Sports Illustrated Award, Muhammad Ali Award, Jesse Jackson Trailblazer Award, inducted into the Chicagoland Sports Hall of Fame, as well as the Indiana, Manhattan, Harlem Basketball Hall of Fame. Whereas in 1963, were the first team to be inducted into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame, and Mr. Harkness, as his team, was invited to the Oval Office to meet the first African-American president of the United States of America, Barack Obama. And whereas Mr. Jerry Harkness was a father, a son, an uncle, a friend, and a mentor and a true leader who was much loved and respected by his family, friends, and colleagues, and will be sorely missed. Now, therefore, be it resolved.
Counselor Whitfield, let me stop you there because we're going to take our vote before we.
I was just on a roll.
Yeah, before we resolve, we have to take a vote to make it formal. So roll call vote.
We have to take a motion.
Have a motion.
Motion.
I make a motion that we accept the resolution number 16, 2021.
I'll second it.
Second. Roll call vote. Counselor Russell.
Yes.
Counselor Giles.
Yes.
Counselor Denning.
Yes.
Counselor Wells. Yes. Counselor Rusamoroff.
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Counselor Freeman.
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot.
Yes.
Counselor Chavis. Yes. Motion carries unanimous. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for the legacy of Mr. Harkness. You could step forward, ma'am, if you have a few words to say.
family have to thank you all for recognizing Jerry. Yes, he was a great man, and he is truly missed every day, and it's still hard for me, and I'm still grieving. But thank you. We really thank you for that.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you. The Harkness family, you can surely, you don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting if you don't want to. We might be here a while, but you are welcome to stay if you'd like.
Thank you.
Thank you for
so
coming
much.
out this evening. All right, now we're going to get back on track. Any other comments of council members, special recognitions or resolutions? Okay, seeing none, next on the agenda is approval of minutes of regular meetings of September 7th, 2021, and September 15th, 2021. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Counselor Freeman. Second. Second, Counselor Wells. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote. Counselor Russell?
Yes.
Counselor Giles?
Yes.
Counselor Denning?
Yes.
Counselor Wells?
Yes.
Counselor Rusamoroff?
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Counselor Freeman?
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot?
Yes.
Counselor Chavis? Yes. Motion carries unanimous. Next, we have signing of vouchers, approval of claims, and authorization of payment. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion, Counselor Freeman, second, Counselor Denning.
Yeah.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote. Counselor Russell?
Yes.
Counselor Giles?
Yes.
Counselor Wells? Yes. Counselor Rusamoroff?
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Counselor Freeman?
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot?
Yes.
Counselor Chavis? Yes.
Counselor Denny, yes, too.
Counselor Denning? Sorry, I missed you.
Yes.
So that happens when you don't look up. Motion carries unanimous.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
never done this before, but is there any way possible that we can get a 2-minute recess?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm calling for a brief recess.
Thank you.
One for your patience. Next on the agenda is reports of committees. Finance.
Oh, trying to put myself back together here. So, Madam Chair, the Finance Committee met on the 27th, and we had a discussion about September 27th, we had a discussion about the proposal, and then about the budget proposals before us and the proposed budget. It was a lengthy discussion, and that meeting was continued to earlier today, where we asked administration for some questions. We were not able to get answers to those questions, so the meeting was adjourned, and the resolutions are coming out of committee without a recommendation.
Okay, thank you for that. And I meant to make these comments during comments of the council members, but I'm going to make it now. You know, the chief shared some thoughtful words at the end of the last meeting that we had, and I appreciate him doing that. But I can't tell you anything that makes me more upset than just disrespect. I've told my council peers up here that it just simply is not going to be tolerated. So, you know, there's a way to communicate, there's a way to get a point across without it being disrespectful. And I certainly try to live up to that. And I think it's important that we all do that. And you're going to be an active participant in this council meeting. It's going to be expected of every single person. So I just wanted to reiterate that. It just upsets me to no end. And so I think it's important to say, as long as I'm sitting up here as president of this council, it just simply will not be tolerated. Thank you. Code has not met yet, so All of the items that are in code are still in code. Do we have a meeting set yet for that?
We do not. We need to get with Kathy and get a date
Okay.
for the code
But your plan is prior to the mid-month meeting?
meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Counselor Giles. Next, we have unfinished business, proposal number 9, 2021.
Proposal number 9, 2021, introduced by Councilor Russell Mora, a proposal for an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Lawrence, Indiana, amending the Lawrence Municipal Code to establish an all-way stop intersection at Bogey Drive, Half Mile Drive, and High Grass Lane.
Okay, that's still in code. Next is proposal number 10, 2021.
Proposal number 10, 2021, introduced by Councilor Wells, a proposal for an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Lawrence, Indiana, amending the Lawrence Municipal Code regarding requirements for city towing providers.
That's still in code as well. Next, we have proposal number 12, 2021.
Proposal number 12, 2021, introduced by Councilor Russell, a proposal for an ordinance for appropriations and tax rates for the 2022 budget year.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we amend proposal number 12.
So there's a motion to amend proposal number 12.
Second the amendment.
Okay, and now, so I have a motion and a second.
Who seconded it?
Counselor Whitfield?
Whitfield.
And Counselor Denning, since you made that motion, can you please explain the amendments?
For number 12?
Yes.
So for motion, for proposal number 12, our goal is to bring this budget to a true balanced budget where we're not pulling money out of our reserve budget. So this will go through the budget book, and we've made amendments and changes to some of the departments' budgets, which we would have discussed at the finance meeting, but we are making those changes in order to bring the budget out of where it's at. It's not in balance currently, and reducing it by $3.6 million to bring it into balance so that the expenditures match the revenues, projected revenues.
Okay. Any more discussion?
I would like to know, this is Councilor Chevlot, I'd like to know specifically on the amendments, which specific areas Councilor Denny is proposing that we amend to reduce $3.6 million from this proposal?
Would you like me to read it, or?
He doesn't have it.
Oh, you don't have a copy? Okay.
And
I think if we're going to amend a budget, we need to, at least I would like to know what specific items we're amending or you're wanting reduced or pulled out.
so Counselor Chevlot, all the counselors who are present actually have it in front of them. But because you're joining virtually, I can have Counselor Denning go ahead and read those.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Here.
Well, I think I have it. I'm just finding it.
Sorry.
Thank you.
So this will take me a few minutes to read through these.
Take your time.
So I'll start with fund and line item, proposed budget amount, amended budget amount, and then the difference. 101, general fund, personal services, all departments, page 42. The proposed budget amount was $18,713,781. The amended budget amount would be $16,366,586, for a difference of $2,347,195. The next column, 001 mayor, page 49 through 50, 431.010 other, proposed budget amount $95,548, amended budget amount 0, the difference of $95,548. Budget line.
Sorry, one moment. I'm going to interrupt for one moment. Counselor Chevlot, give us about 60 seconds, and our council attorney is going to email that to you.
I'm actually going to text.
Or text it to you.
I'm taking a picture.
Can I please have a copy also?
Yes.
And yours will be on in your box, Kathy.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want you to have to go line by line. We can just get this to Counselor Chevlot real quick, and then give him a minute or two to review it, and then see if there's any more discussion.
Aren't these usually sent out before the meeting?
Amended it during finance, because the finance committee was.
Oh, just, yeah. Before, that's right. When as soon as I stood up. Okay, that makes sense. I just,
And Counselor Chevlot, if you can just confirm when you have it, it has been sent. We're putting it in her box.
The only one that's been sent to me is 12, is that correct?
Yeah, I can take pictures of the other two while,
So just, am I presuming that all proposals are going to be amended that are on the agenda? 12, 13, 14, and 15?
We're going to take them one at a time, but she will send you all of them.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just wanting to know what to expect. So I should be expecting amendments for 12, 13, 14, and 15?
No,
13
All
and
right.
15,
13 and 15.
civil salary and police fire.
And attached to 12 is the ordinance or resolution for appropriations and tax rates, which was also amended.
State budget form 4.
Yeah, state budget Form 4.
All right.
It's in the same packet. Keep going.
We're still open for discussion, so if any other counselors, while Counselor Chevlot is looking over that, has any discussion, questions, comments?
I would just make one comment then, just so everybody's on the same page. So on Fund 101, general, the adopted budget that we're amending matches the projected revenues that was in the budget book. That's what we're projecting.
right here. I'm struggling.
It's there, there's both places, so that's what we said. So like, if you go here, right here, you see that, I'm sorry, actually, it's back. You see that, it's 7 million was what was proposed, 24 is what they got in there, 36 is what they pulled out. If you go here, that's how much revenue they're expecting to collect.
Counselor Chevlot, you have the floor.
That's what we're saying is balance.
I've got them.
As it is.
Is open here. Here's something that's balanced by saying
Did you hear me?
3.6.
Got him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's,
Do you have any questions of Counselor Denning or any discussion?
On 12, no.
Okay, so we have a motion. We have a second. Roll call vote. Counselor Russell?
Yes.
Counselor Giles?
yes.
Counselor Denning?
Yes.
Counselor Wells?
Yes.
Counselor Rusamora?
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Counselor Freeman?
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot?
No.
Counselor Chavis? Yes. Motion carries 8-1. And we will actually,
Budget hearing on Tuesday, October
So the budget hearing will be Tuesday, October 12th at 6:30. Okay, next on the agenda, we have proposal number 13, 2021.
Madam Chair, I'd like to propose amendments to.
Oh, let me let Kathy read it by title.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Proposal number 13, 2021, introduced by Councilor Russell. A proposal for an ordinance fixing salaries of appointed officers and employees of the City of Lawrence, Indiana for the year 2022.
Okay, Councilor Denning.
Madam Chair, I'd like to propose amendments, amending proposal number 13.
I'll second.
Been motion, Councilor Denning, second, Councilor Ruth-Samoroff. Any discussion?
I would just point out on the second page that, and I just want this into the record, that we are establishing a minimum wage for our hourly employees, our hourly non-exempt employees of $15 an hour for the first time for the City of Lawrence, so that we have at least a wage that will help pay the bills and a living wage for all of our employees in the City of Lawrence.
Thank you. That deserves a hand.
Oh, yes, that does. I believe so. I definitely believe so.
Any more discussion?
Madam President,
Yes, Councilor Chevlot.
I just have a question on the Corporation Council. I see that is, at least what I can see, it's harder to see on this on my phone, but that is stricken from the salary ordinance. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yep.
That is correct.
It's not currently in the salary ordinance.
Well, it is under proposed, but now I see it's been removed. But my question is, isn't that part of a state statute that requires the Corporation Council to be as part of the salary ordinance, or am I misunderstanding that?
Well, we took it out when we put the city attorney in. When was that, in August? So I would say
We didn't,
I would
okay.
say that if it was okay to do it then, I would think it would be okay to do it now.
I don't think we removed it. I think we just added city attorney, but I'll go back to my notes.
Yeah, we removed it also. We added city attorney and removed corporation counsel. Any more discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote. Counselor Russell,
Yes.
Counselor Giles,
Yes.
Counselor Denning,
Yes.
Counselor Wells,
Yes.
Counselor Rusamora,
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield,
Yes.
Counselor Freeman,
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot,
No,
Counselor Chavis, yes. Motion carries 8-1. Next, we have proposal number 14, 2021.
Proposal number 14, 2021, introduced by Councilor Russell. A proposal for an ordinance establishing compensation for elected officials for the City of Lawrence, Indiana for the year 2022.
Madam Chair, this is the one with no changes.
I'm sorry, Counselor Denning, can you repeat that?
This is the proposal with no changes.
Okay.
No proposal changes for this one.
We don't need to do anything. Okay, no changes on proposal number 14, 2021. Next, we have proposal number 15, 2021.
Proposal number 15, 2021, introduced by Councilor Russell. A proposal for an ordinance fixing salaries of appointed officers and employees of the Police Department and the Fire Department for the year 2022.
Madam Chair, I'd like to propose an amendment for number 15, proposal number 15.
Okay, there's a motion to amend. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Counselor Wells. Any discussion?
Madam Chair, just a quick discussion on this. The amendment just takes the salaries to their current levels as they are right now.
Okay, okay.
Madam President, can you just clarify, just understanding, what does that mean?
Explain that, please, to Counselor Russell.
So what they're paid today the salary ordinance matches exactly what the pay schedule is as of this week, as of right this second for 2021. So it would carry from 2021 to 2022 unless there are other changes made.
So just, my question is, we were, help me understand. If the police and fire were talking, when they had come up and we had talked about, I don't know, like raises or whatever, we're basically saying on here that that's not going to play for 2022, is that?
So in the fire contract, it states 0% for 2022, which is what the council voted on. And in the police contract, there was not a raise built into 2022 either. So this is honoring what's already in the contract.
Okay.
I know there might have been negotiations outside of that, but the council was not aware, and we're putting this back to the 2021 level.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
There will be opportunity, like in past years, that if we get some windfall of revenues, that could certainly be considered, just like we did last year.
Understood. Thank you.
And I would, if you don't mind, Madam President, I just want to add to my comment, and this is a good point that would have been brought up in the previous meeting. So this year, you know, we waited to see the revenues come in before we approved the 2021 raise. This would be, in our mind, the exact same. So we'd look to see what revenues, if the projections hold. If we exceed those projections into 2022, then we can adjust this ordinance at that time. Does it make sense? Okay.
And also for the record, you know, we all entered into January 2021 with the understanding that we more than likely would not be able to give that level of raise for next year. So, you know, at some point in the past few months, that philosophy has changed, but we don't feel comfortable with what we see in the budget and the fact that we really can't get any answers to move forward with that. So thank you for the discussion. Any more discussion? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote. Counselor Russell.
No.
Counselor Giles.
Yes.
Counselor Denning.
Yes.
Counselor Wells. Yes. Counselor Rusamoroff.
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield.
Yes.
Counselor Freeman.
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot.
No.
Counselor Chavis, yes. Motion carries 7-2. Next on the agenda, we have, already done that. We have new business, or I'm sorry, consideration of council appointment to the Lawrence Plan Commission, which is tabled until further notice. New business, consideration of council appointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals. I'm going to open the floor to nominations.
Madam President, I would like to nominate Faith Alvarez to the BZA, please.
So we have a nomination of Faith Alvarez. Are there any more nominations? Hearing none, nominations are closed. Just going to do a roll call vote, which we need to do anyway. Counselor Russell?
Yes.
Counselor Giles?
Yes.
Counselor Denning?
Yes.
Counselor Wells? Yes. Counselor Rusamoroff?
Yes.
Counselor Whitfield?
Yes.
Counselor Freeman?
Yes.
Counselor Chevlot?
Yes.
Counselor Chavis? Yes. Congratulations, Faith Alvarez. We appreciate you stepping up to the challenge of serving on the BZA. Next, we have comments of the administration.
We added Resolution 17.
Okay, you've got an addition to the agenda, and it is Resolution number 17.
Resolution number 17, 2021, introduced by Councilor Chavis, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Lawrence, Indiana, approving the sale of real property located at 7750 Oaklandon Road.
Okay, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, can we have this sent to a committee versus taking a vote tonight?
I would prefer it not.
My vote, okay.
So do I have a motion? And Counselor Denny, let me back up a minute.
Okay.
Why, I want to understand why you're requesting this to go to committee.
Well, for two reasons. I know that the email and the conversation regarding this came out just a few weeks ago. And let me say the exact date. But because we're in the midst of the budget process, I have not had a chance to even contact the department head that is responsible for this or find out some more information. I think there might be a few counselors that aren't even aware of where this property is and what the sale is.
So,
And I'm not in favor until I hear some more information on it.
okay, so is there anyone from the administration that can speak to the property on Oak Landon Road? I know it used to be an old motorcycle garage. It's been not used for years. And it's basically part of some of the excess property that we're trying to basically sell and get off the books and capture the revenue. Yes, Counselor Wells.
It actually is like a substation for the water company. It pumps water at.
Well, previously, yes. Mhm.
Right, but there's no one here from the water utility to speak on it, but I was a little curious myself as to the evaluation of what the property value was. I kind of thought it was,
Okay, so I'm going to honor my counselors. They have concerns, and so I'm going to go ahead and assign this to the Finance Committee. Okay? All right. Next on the agenda is comments of the administration. Seeing none. Citizens' comments. Oh, is there comments of the administration?
Yeah, we just wanted clarity on the 5% of salaries.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll speak on that right after we adjourn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Mr. David Hoffman, under citizens' comments.
I thought you were joking. I thought,
I was like, is this a trick? Is there another one of you?
I'm speaking, I guess, as a citizen now.
You're only allowed under administration, or you mess me up.
So don't pay attention to my shirt at this time.
David Hoffman.
I was just hoping for a little more detail on proposal amendments to number 13, 14, and 15. I know you all received the email, and Councilor Chevlot did tonight as well. But I wanted to just kind of take some notes as to the proposed versus the amended amounts from each line. And I know we're getting kind of late in our meeting here, and if this is something more appropriate for the budget hearing, that maybe that's the time to really dive in. But I would hope that those amounts from the lines that got reduced would be published somewhere, so we kind of have an idea of what kind of.
So we have copies for you here, Chief.
Okay.
And we can give those to any department heads that would like them, and we may have to make more copies, but you can certainly have what we've prepared. And yes, there will definitely be opportunity to speak on that during the budget hearing.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah, because we open it up for comment. It's open up it's a public hearing. So we'll open it up as a citizen, not as
As a citizen.
Not as chief, but as
A citizen, that's what I mean.
David Hoffman.
Well, I think I'm representing all of our citizens right now, wanting to know
Yeah.
the before and afters on those numbers.
Unfortunately, though, I just need to be noted for the system that we had a financial meeting where these items were going to be discussed and debated.
Yes, sir.
And so the administration did not want to discuss and debate, and we were told to find the money ourselves. So what you're seeing is us finding the money ourselves. But
So let's,
really
so let's, so,
any more discussion on it, it's published once it is
so Counselor
voted
Giles,
on and approved.
let's leave it.
Differently,
Counselor
if you
Giles,
were to rubber stamp their budget.
Counselor Giles, let me stop you there. This is citizens' comments. Chief has the information that he asked for. We will have a budget hearing. The meeting is adjourned.